What is going on YouTube? So at the time of recording this, I'm not sure if I'm going to add it with the June trailer or just make it like a separate video. I might end up doing both. But anyway, so here we go. So June, when I first seen the trailer, reminded me of my father. My dad played games. How much I don't know. Because so let me just relate the story. So in middle school, I wasn't doing so well in school. And I was staying up late playing games, man, Metal Gear and watching WWF and the whole nine. And I remember it was around the time the GameCube came out though, so this might have been high school. But I remember him saying, "I'm too old to play video game," right? And I remember when he said that, I remember looking at him dead in his face, like, I know that you don't mean that. Like, this is a double meaning type thing, right? And my dad had a lot of friends who play games too. And I remember I didn't follow. I knew where his friends stayed at, and the town that I stayed at was so small and compact that you could basically get to point fairly quickly. I remember sneaking over to his friend house and peeking in the window and watching my father play video game, right? Namely Tekken, and he was playing with June. He was doing the little combo she had where she would hit twice and then spin, all that. And I remember just saying, I remember like, cause I had to leave, I didn't wanna get caught, right? So I remember ducking down from the window, and I was just like, "He told me I'm too old to play video games." And so I got the point. What he was basically trying to tell me is that I need to focus on my grades, and it might have meant something for him at the time, because it was a long story with that, right? Like, what parents was perfect back in the '80s and '90s, right? So I think that's pretty much what he meant, because Tekken 8 is out, and I'm still playing video games. But it was just cool to see. I wish I would played more games with him. But the cool thing is that every game, like my artwork and everything else, he would always embrace it. Like he never discouraged me in any of that. And I think that's a lesson for us fathers now today, because I have kids that play video games too now. It's like, don't discourage them in any kind of way with anything that they want to do. I think this might be a lot to take away from this video here. But so yeah, I didn't play I didn't play too many games with him. He would always watch me and my little brother play. Like we would play Tekken, and we play Tekken, but Contra and everything else, like Nintendo up. Like I got a Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, he got a Game Boy. We just kept going. And I remember him watching me play Tekken 3 a little bit, but I still never went against him. I never I never watched him too much. So it would be cool, like, if he was here to see how he felt about June now. Because she's back, and I don't know how she's back, and I know more about Tekken history and film history than I do my own. But I'm not sure how June has came back. So yeah, that's just was a little cool thing to me. The second thing is here in where I'm at now, there's an arcade called Round One, and there was a Tekken Tag arcade there. And I just figured, hey, I pop some quarters in just to play, just to get the nostalgia feel of the old arcade days, right? It actually is a pretty solid arcade though that started in Japan. And it's here in the States now. It's really cool. Well, at least to my knowledge, it's here now. But I was playing Tekken, and it's like 8 bosses in that game. So you play against Heihachi, right? You beat him, and then you go against Ogre, and then you go against the powered up version of Ogre, and then you go against June. I'm like, what, June? I had totally forgot that June was even in the game. I remember the boss, but I didn't remember like she was in the game. And so you go against June, and then she turns into Unknown, which I've seen some images from Unknown in Tekken 8 too. How? I don't know. But yeah, that game ate up all of my $32. Ate up $32 worth of coins, man. I still ain't beat it. I want to go back and beat it. But yeah, that was fun to see. So June has been in pretty, she's been in Tekken. Well, she's been missing from Tekken, so it's gonna be pretty popular for her to come back. And looking at the trailer, I didn't really see nothing familiar. I didn't see her spin move or nothing at all. But you know what? Asuka kind of took over her. So it's curious to see what changes Asuka's gonna have too, because she has more of the classic June attacks. So yeah. So anyway, just a cool little excerpt to the June trailer to kind of hit me when I seen her. I thought about my father instantly. And for all of us fathers that have kids, support your kids and man and the things they want to do. Definitely it's in the way of drawing and, game development and all that, or whatever they like doing. Support your kids. If your kid likes something that you like, be more involved. I think that's one lesson that I can take because I don't recall playing anything with my father, even though he played games himself. So yeah, peace. Looking forward to Tekken 8 when it come out.